Hi everybody, I'm Cherish.
And I'm Joy,
and we're Tentacles Musicals. Oh, we kind of look alike. Right, you see it?
I see it.
I don't know. It's the lips, I think.
The nose?
And then, I don't know, I feel like my nose is quite different from yours. They look the same to you?
They look similar.
Yeah, usually I don't think our noses look similar to me. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do we look similar? Like alike? Like, I don't know. Don't mind us. Yesterday, we saw
Stranger Things.
The Last Shadow.
The first shadow.
Can't read.
The first shadow.
The first shadow.
Annie to the Who. We saw a 7:00 show, and let me tell you, the show's long.
Yeah. It's a 2:45.
2 hours and 45 minutes. Felt a little longer than that, to be honest.
You know, Purpose was like 3 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
It felt longer than Purpose, though.
It did. It did.
It did.
I mean, I was particularly wanted to see this because, well, it's a new show, and I just really wanted to see the effects. Like, I wanted to be wild and amazed.
Were you also under the impression it was a musical?
For a minute, yes.
And I think she was confusing it with Stranger Things.
Stranger Things, yeah.
Which we can go see if you like. I think it's still playing.
Is it?
I think.
Oh, it's on Broadway HD, so we can also just watch it at home.
Oh, we can watch it at home.
Yeah, but I mean, this is the production from London that transferred over to Broadway, and they have the documentary that just came out a couple of days ago. You know, following the journey, to the show, and yeah, I liked it. Didn't love it.
Yeah.
You liked it? Didn't love it?
Yeah.
Liked it.
Yeah.
Not a bad show at all, but I don't think necessarily this show is good for us. I mean, we do watch Stranger Things. We're not like super hardcore fans though, so I don't think we're that invested in it. But my whole purpose of wanting to see it was because the creative, effects team were the same people from Cursed Child, and I love Cursed Child. Like, just to watch that show, music aside, story aside, I just like watching Cursed Child. I think it's one of the most visually, for me at least, show. Like, and I think the effects at Cursed Child, for anyone who's looking for a comparison, it makes you go, wow. Like, you know what? Yes, it has heart.
You know what it is for me?
It's like magic. It's like a magic show.
Stranger, yes. Harry Potter seems more like close-up magic, while Stranger Things is given more like techy. Yeah, which I think. I mean, it's fine and it has its place, but I don't know. It just seemed more. It seemed more in Cursed Child. It's more the actors
doing the work,
performing the magic versus like lights and if that makes sense, and relying on technology to like give us the effects.
Cursed Child is more people, and Stranger Things is more set. That makes sense. I mean, for anyone who doesn't know, it's a prequel to the Hawkins that we know in Stranger Things. So it's like Joyce, Hopper, Bob, and as teenagers.
Yeah, and there's some few
other, Henry Creel and his family before we know him as, Vecna and whatnot is there. And I mean, the show does have its moments. The opening
is very cool.
It's very cool. For me, I'm always like wondering when I watch shows, how does it work? Like how they do that. I don't, and I'll never like, if I figure it out, I don't think it ruins it for me, but I'm always just curious how stuff works when I see it on stage.
Right.
And, the opening scene was very cool. And I'm just like, I wonder how they do that. Like, I want to watch it from on the side of the stage.
Yeah. Right.
Like, I wish sometimes you could watch shows from like,
I want to watch it from the booth.
Yeah, from the because like it's cool. It has its funny moments, and it has its you know, it's cool moments. So you're like, oh yeah, that's cool. You know, I think I appreciate that they immersed even the mezzanine, which we were sitting in the action. Normally, when people use aisles and stuff, is normally an orchestra, and I think it's nice that they did it for the mezz.
Right. There was one particular time where I thought like their like presence, was distracting. And
was it in the second act when they were looking for?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, not the spoilers. Yeah. I'll be careful not to spoil, but yeah, there's like one part in the second act where I'm like, we didn't need them here. Anyway.
Because there was clearly something going on, like happening, like on the stage, on the screen, and I found myself. I was like, "What are they up to?"
Yeah.
And it was quite silly, but I think it was meant to be serious on the stage. So I was a little.
Yeah, I mean, this show has a fan base, and this fan base is not necessarily a Data fan base. It's very much a Stranger Things fan base, and that is okay.
It was given the movie theater.
It was given movies, and okay. Yeah,
it was like a movie theater. It was like going to see like a premiere movie.
You know what the thing about Stranger Things is? It didn't feel like a play to me. It did feel like a TV episode on stage. Whereas Cursed Child to me is clearly a play. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
right.
You know, like, I don't know. I'm gonna pick Cursed Child over Stranger Things, but it's not a competition. But I think they both do what they need.
If you had to like recommend one to somebody,
if I had to recommend, I would say Cursed Child. And I think the music really helps immerse you into Cursed Child too. I wish they put Cursed Child back in 2 parts because it feels rushed, pushed together in one. It's only in 2 parts in London still, and I wish now that COVID is over, I do think they could bring back the 2 parts now. Because what they did to my girl Rose,
I know, it was a little silly.
Yeah.
Because it kind of ruined, like, you know, he was doing all this because he cared for his cousin, but we didn't even see them together really like that for us to care.
They cut so much of that because they had to.
He's like, she won't exist, and we're like, why do you care?
Yeah.
Saw her for 3 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, Stranger Things. Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's some singing in it. If you are like, there's no singing. If you really need a musical, I mean, not a lot. I mean. It's very loud though, so if you're someone who's not
into very loud
shows, I wouldn't sit in the orchestra and I wouldn't go without earplugs.
And if you're triggered by lights, definitely not the show for you.
And that is not for me because I was struggling.
But you're not triggered by lights. It's uncomfortable for you, but you're not gonna have a
panic attack or a stroke or seizure. I mean, it does hurt. They kept flashing them flashlights, and I was like, I know that the director told them where to flash it, but I'm gonna need them to point it down because I'm like, and those flashlights are special. Like Navy SEALs must use those underwater. Because let me tell you, the reach from the stage to the mezzanine, and we weren't that far in the mezzanines either. Though we were like 5 rows. Right? No, we were like in F. It's a pretty big mezzanine, 6 rows. I was still like, ow. But also at the same time, I feel like we couldn't see some of the effects. Yeah, like the practical effects, like. Hopper had a black eye. I was like, oh, he did? If they didn't say it, I wouldn't have noticed. I couldn't see it from where I was at. Yeah. They was like, he's bleeding. I'm like, is he? Because I can't see the blood. There's this whole thing in the documentary about spiders. Couldn't see it. Was it because someone's head was blocking it? Maybe.
I could see the spider. Yeah, I mean, they weren't like, I wasn't like.
But what? Was it a projection? What was it?
I think so. Yeah. Like, or not a project. What's it called? Like a
little puppet?
No. What they no. They weren't physically there. Oh, yeah. I guess like a projection. It was tech stuff. Yeah, techie. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah. There was one moment. I won't say what it is, but it's a creature comes out, and I was like. I was more scared when we saw King Kong. If that makes sense. Like, the time dragon in Wicked does a little bit more for me than what happened. Yeah. And, like, I feel like some things are a bit, like you said, he does a lot of too much, and we get it. I mean, I get why he has to do it, but also I'm just like speed it up a few times, Yeah, I don't know if we saw maybe like not a bad tech day, but like maybe things weren't as quick.
Still in previews, right?
Yeah, it's still in previews, so maybe it just was like maybe it just wasn't as quick. Not necessarily someone's fault or anything, or like it broke, but maybe the button they pressed just lagged a bit. We were like, that seems a bit odd.
Yeah. It was like the project. Yeah,
but I don't think anyone but church, like unless you're like there to people like church and I would notice that. So we look for stuff like that. Like I'm always looking to see how stuff works when I'm watching stuff. So I'm like, that seems a bit weird. I wonder if that was meant to happen. Like, yeah, I mean, and I think the funny thing about Stranger Things is that a lot of the effects and stuff were like in parts in other shows that we've seen lately. Like there's some things from like Death Becomes that I can see like Wirework and Stranger Things and Death Becomes Her, and I appreciated it more in Death Becomes Her than Stranger Things. But overall it's not a bad show.
What I was really kind of annoyed with was these are teenagers. It's set in the 50s, almost 60s, and
like the Korean War's going on. Please,
they did not. They didn't sound like it to me. Like every once in a while,
it didn't sound that 50s. You're right.
Every once in a while, they would say something to remind us that obviously we're
yeah.
But I didn't, and also I just thought everyone was too.
They relied on the music for that.
Children, that's the best part for me personally. Enjoy because we love doo-wop music, and they were play. And when I say they were playing all of our joints, Only You.
When they was playing "Come Softly," I was like, "Who do I need to speak to?"
Sleepwalk. Like
they was playing.
Oh my gosh! The music,
and this is why the show's expensive. They gotta pay people for that.
Yeah. Yeah,
I was here counting the money. I was like, "That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. That was a cool million." I was like, "It's just like
there is a turntable, so there's that.
That was a smooth 500,000."
If you like turntables. And what was I talking about? I was talking about the kids, and I was just kind of like, everyone was too horny. Teenagers think about sex, sure. Everybody. All the time. I mean, it was like
all the innuendo,
sexual innuendo after innuendo after innuendo, and it got a little bit tired. So I would dedicate it to one person maybe, and then like I don't know. I didn't
like Kate, girl, come on.
I was like, I don't know. I honestly wasn't rooting for Patricia and Henry as a unit. I didn't really care.
They could have been friends.
Yeah. But was that what they were going for? No, they were going for like romantic, right?
Yeah. No, I mean, I like them as friends, if you ask me.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, the voice Lou uses as Henry is hilarious to me. He sounds like
he's English.
He sounds like a plantation owner's son. Like the accent.
No, when I said, what is that? What is that? He's like, what is that?
It's a little bit of a twang.
I guess it's supposed to be from Ohio, but he's English, so that's just like, I don't know.
Hawkins is in Ohio?
I think Indiana. Excuse me.
Right? Yeah, I was
same thing. Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah, they're close together on the map, right? Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. It's the Midwest. It's that white blob in the middle.
Yeah. I mean, everyone played their parts pretty well relative to how we know them as adults. You kind of can see how they end up, how they are as adults. Especially Hopper. I would say like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense now as a grown adult.
Yeah. I think you're okay to see this musical without having watched this play without having watched
for sure.
The show, because the characters, you wouldn't know what you're missing, so you're meeting them, right?
You might feel a little left out because everyone's like, woo, when they hear their name or something, but I don't think I wouldn't. You wouldn't be confused.
Oh my god, when they start like introducing them, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna figure this out later because I'm not listening.
When they introducing them in school, I was like, I heard Hopper, I heard Joyce. That's all I need to know.
And then I went, who's Patricia?
And Bob. That's all I know. That's all I know. Yeah. I mean, I appreciate that the audience was very active and engaging. It just kind of, sometimes I felt like it was a little gratuitous of the audience, but it's, it is what it is. It's theater. People are gonna be live watching it.
Yeah.
But we're very quiet theater people, though. We tend to not show our emotions much.
This is true.
During shows, so maybe we're not the best judge of that, but
am I a conservative clapper? No, I typically clap, but
not too.
I will not start the clap. I'm not that person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, and I think the ending was pretty cool. I mean, was it spoiling to be like they were like next episode?
I guess credits. Not.
It ends like a Netflix episode. Ha ha ha! Very cute.
And the last season of Stranger Things
is coming. So it was like, oh yeah, next episode. That's so cute. I heard they're making this into 3 parts, maybe. This is just the first.
The play.
Yeah. I think there's supposed to be more.
And so, in a perfect world, are they all running simultaneously?
I don't know, sir.
Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's what I read, but yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess.
Did you get the magnet?
Oh, yeah, it's over here.
I can get it. I was a little bit perplexed that they don't have standard window cards.
Oh, it's so freaking annoying.
They have like posters that they have like this 11 by 17.
They have a movie poster, which is the 18 by 24. Where do we put that? I cannot buy a window card frame and put that in. And I was like, Joy, where are we gonna put it? It's gonna ruin everything. So then we had to went and we got that one. And then when I asked Miss why, in fact, they couldn't just get a regular size window card, she was like, what? She was like, okay, but the big one comes in a tube. As if I was going to be like, you know what? Let me get that because it comes in a tube. Like, no. Anyway,
a standard window card would have been perfectly fine.
They do have a very nice magnet.
They have 2 magnets.
We got the nicer one.
We got the nice $15 one.
Look how thick it is. I wish you guys could feel it. This is a sturdy, nothing bad will happen to this magnet. It's so good.
Gonna survive a nuclear event.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. Didn't love it. I liked it. I mean, would I go back to see it if you gave me tickets?
But you're not going to buy tickets.
No.
I understand.
I do think I would like to see it closer if I did see it again. But that's also me. I don't see very well in general. So, like...
it's at the Marquee, which is a large theater.
A very large theater.
And, yeah. We were at the Marquee twice before to see Tootsie.
Mm-hmm.
First time we were in the orchestra.
Mm-hmm.
Second time we were in the mezzanine. I think we were in the last row. Or second to last row?
We were in the last row of the mezz. I remember.
And I don't... I think because Stranger Things is such like a visually like spectacle, like you don't want to be so close, but
you don't want to be too far.
Yeah.
Mid orchestra would probably be nice for that show.
Mid orchestra,
or very front row mezz.
Yeah. Front row mezz, maybe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean everyone's working very hard on that stage. I can tell you that. Like clearly, like they have to have a lot of trust and faith and practice with each other. I mean, there's a scene with Henry and Patty. I'm like, yeah, everyone really clapped after it. And I was I was like, I would give him that because that's a lot of work to do. It's the claps come. It's kind of giving August Osage County after she has like a freak out.
I'm running things.
And you're like, yeah, and then like lights are out. But like it's just like, it's just a very loud show. I feel like they scream a lot. I get it. I guess it's horror. They're angry and they're teenagers, but I'm just also like, ooh. Sometimes I wish the lines were delivered a tad different besides yelling.
Yeah.
Especially since we get a lot of distorted demon voice live. So it's like when they yell and distort the voice, I'm like, what? I kind of miss
can you repeat
what they're saying. Like I get the first few words and then it goes demonic and I'm like, yeah, I lost the plot. I don't know what he said.
We also aren't like big like science fiction.
Yeah, no. A scary movie, yeah. Science fiction,
Not
because we would eat in Great House up.
Yeah.
And we was really close. Like I was ready to have a heart attack at Great House. Stranger Things did not scare me.
Yeah, that's what Joe was saying.
You remember in King Kong when he leaned over and Miss started screaming?
Remember in Life of Power, Richard Parker came down the steps by us? I was like you could not tell me that was a real tiger. I said, if I don't make eye contact, he does not know I'm here. Like he cannot smell me. Like he will smell my fear. Like and it's a puppet, and I can literally see the person walking the puppet. But I was like, do you remember? I said, stay over there. And he walked right by us, right in our faces. Like, oh
yeah, yeah. I felt like I didn't get the.
Because it's not like real. Like everything in it is not like
physical reactions didn't really get me. But Cursed Child, the mental, I'm scared until they leave.
You're right.
Like my heart is like, and I don't scare easily. Like I don't. When I watch scary movies, I don't jump. I don't scream. Terrence does sometimes.
I don't be screaming. I'm a jumper. Though.
Yeah, jumper.
I do startle.
I do. Well, I do like to feel my heart rate pick up. That lets me know that something is going. Stranger Things did not do that.
Remember, I screamed that one time we watching that movie. What were we watching? Uncle Dwayne's house. I think it was The Strangers. Uncle Dwayne's house, and I screamed, and he came out like, like who was screaming and why, and I was like, I'm so sorry. We're watching something scary.
Yeah, like my heart rate didn't pick up watching Stranger Things, and I feel like they do a lot of work to kind of get you worked up too, and it didn't work me up. The opposite at Cursed Child, like it generally, like
oh my god, and they were like two. This is my father. I am your father reveals, and I was like, I don't know. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Liked it, didn't love it. I mean, I would recommend people see it because I think it's a spectacle for sure. And I think if you're looking for something exciting and also a little different than your regular play, like the people
for a play, it is very
like people who going to see Stranger Things are not going to run the purpose,
right?
If they're not theater people,
right?
Like. The people Stranger Things are not going to run the Old Friends. If you're like, oh, I want to see Stranger Things, they're not going to run the Old Friends. Sondheim's Old Friends. You might see them at Wicked, though.
Maybe, yeah.
But, Wicked was the Stranger Things of its time, I guess. When you think about it.
Okay, I'll allow it. A
little bit. Yeah. I don't know. There's other shows with more simplistic effects that I've connected with a little bit more. King Kong for one. And it was just one puppet. That opening sequence is really cool though, and yeah, I really liked it. Thanks for watching.
Bye.